Nerds Vintage Challenge Showcase Challenge Case Challenge Day. Um, we're playing Doomsday. All the cantrips, all the flusters, or most of the flusters. There's one over here. Aim of the deck is to cast a Dark Ritual or a Black Lotus, get 3 black mana, cast a Necro or the namesake card, a Doomsday, make a Doomsday stack, draw through it, cast a Thassa's Oracle, win the game. To buy time and to push our combo through, we've got Force of Wills, Flusterstorms, I'm playing a Duress, Misstep, and then there's also a negation here for staying alive. Street Wraith can get you into your stack nice and easily, dig 3 times, just a big draw spell. Consult Thoracle is a secondary win condition, usually goes along with the DT as well. I've got Days, Walk, more Thassa's Oracles, more Tutors. I'm on Preordains over Considers. I did try a Consider list in the league throughout the week, but I just preferred the Preordains. The Preordains, I just found I liked knowing where my cards were for Consult. Whereas Consider, you don't have that information. I don't know if that's just like a leak on my part. Maybe the cards being in the bin is just better, but I just didn't like considering and be like, oh, I still can't cast my Consult for like sicko mode sort of thing. I'm playing a 1 main deck Chain of Vapor. I'm not massively experienced with Doomsday. I've played it a fair amount. I've done 4 or 5 leagues this week, and I've had positive records in them, going 3-2, 4-1 in most of them, sort of thing. And the main thing I want, this could be another Fluster, this could be anything else, you know. The reason I've got Chain of Vapor is I anticipate spots where I don't know what to do, and this Chain of Vapor is a nice get out jail free card. The reason I'm playing Doomsday today is I think it's very favoured in the Raker Shops matchup. I think Lurrus Control, you're a dog, and the Lurrus PO matchup I think is close. I think it's like a 50-50. It might just be whoever draws more Flusterstorms wins, sort of thing. But that's fine. And that's kind of what I'm expecting, is Raker Shops and PO. And the reason I went for Doomsday over PO was PO, I'd register a Lurrus, and Doomsday I won't. And if I don't register Lurrus, my opponents may mulligan with the expectation that I'm on Dredge, which may buy me a little bit of equity, right? They may not value Force of Wills or Flusterstorms or whatever quite so heavily, and they might be far more interested in Wastelands and that sort of thing. So I feel like this gives me a little bit of an edge in not revealing a Lurrus. Post board, we've got 2 rods for those shops matchups, 1 rod for that shop matchup. And then I've got some Murktide Regents as alternate Kilkins, Flusters and Traps for combo mirrors, Snuff Out, 3 pushes, and then some Graveyard Hate. So, yeah, we're going to run it through the old Showcase Challenge, and we'll see how we do. Okie dokie nerds, welcome to round 1 of our Vintage Showcase Challenge, is the correct name of it. We're up against Green Ash, who usually is a Doomsday gamer too. My understanding of Doomsday is whoever the Doomsday mirror is, whoever blinks first loses, something like that. This hand looks like a keep though in a Doomsday mirror, doesn't it? Because if I can top deck a land, then I can have a protected Doomsday. And I've got access to the pile. So I'll keep this. This looks good. We can lean on our Flusterstorms, and then our next land we can go for an attempt. Maybe I want to be a bit more cantrippy, but I'll play the C and I'll pass the turn. Giving up what we're playing quite quickly, but it's fine. Opponent kept their 7, has a Black Lotus. Not delighted about this, but Lotus, Delta. So if they push here, they don't, okay. Okay, so turn comes back to us, and I don't know about cycling this Street Wraith. Duress. Now I feel like cycling this Street Wraith. I would like to make land drops, is the thing. I can't make land drops. How do I feel about Duress you? I think it seems awful. Duress get flustered and die? Seems tough. Seems tough. The problem with pushing Doomsday turn 1 is if they just force of will me, then I die, right? Like, I feel like this whole game, we need to have a blue up. But with the way it's going, with the way things are going, it looks tough to constantly have a blue up, right? I'm just going to fall behind on mana. I liked the hand. I think I only liked the hand if we had hit our second land, you know? Opponent also cycles a Street Wraith, so maybe they're missing on lands. And they've just got a Lotus instead of a Ritual. It's just, can they beat one single Flusterstorm? It doesn't take much, right? It's just Doomsday, Fluster my Fluster and win. So if I'd hit a land or force of some variety on that Street Wraith cycle, I think I'd be in a much better position. Opponent fetching is going to be pretty tough. They fetch an Underground Sea and they cast a Dark Ritual, okay? And then they duress me. Well, I've got 2 Flusterstorms, so I guess I just let this go. You can't take both of them. They know what I'm working with now. Okay, so they've taken my combo piece, which makes sense. And then Demonic. Do I want to fluster a Demonic? I do, actually, because I'm scared they're going to get a Necro, and they know they can beat my... They know they can beat my hand with a Necro. And I just beat the Lotus at the moment, but not by much. This might be suspect, but I'm just too scared of Necropotence. Yes, they might let this happen and then cast a oh no, they've got something. I was gonna say they might let this happen and then cast a Doomsday, but it's hard to get into the pile. Well, actually, it is turn 2, so maybe I'm talking nonsense. So I can't pay. I've used my Flusterstorm. The next issue we've got is I've got nowhere to go with my hand. They're going to resolve a DT, which will resolve an Ancestral. Or a Walk, depending on what they think they need. Or a Dig Through Time, actually. Yeah, they can... So with Demonic Shooter, they can actually get anything. I don't know if you guys know that, but you can get any card. Yeah, so rather than listing the deck list, let's just see how the rest of this turn transpires. I feel like if I'd hit my land drop on turn 2, with the extra look, I was in a good spot to try and win it. Or at least duress them, fluster them, and then... Oh, they've got loads. They've got Doomsday with a blue floating. Fair play. But yeah, just missing that land drop, and then you're like, I can't duress you because I can't protect my duress. And even if I don't protect my duress, I can't protect myself after that sort of thing. So second land drop seems crucial. Opponent making a pile. And then if they've got the ponder here, then we're just dead to the gush. Which is fine. And 49 cards go to exile. Let's take a quick peek at their deck. So they showed us the main deck duress, which is in and out of fashion. They've got a mystical, which means I think they don't have a chain. So they've made a pass the turn pile. And I've drawn a force of will. So we've got to believe that our... How do we fight the pile? They've got 2 Thassa's Oracles in their pile. They clearly don't have a cantrip in hand. They didn't take their duress. So yeah, they've got 2 Thoracles in the pile, so I need to draw something else at some point. 2 blue makes a gush. They didn't take their Ancestral Recall. So you're gonna gush down to 2 cards. They did take Black Lotus though, which means that next turn they've got Lotus. Thassa's Oracle. So I guess I've got to Force of Will this, pitching my Gush. I don't know how I ever win this though, because they've just got so many cards and so many lands, so much mana. We have post board. Yeah, see, they're just chilling now. They know I can't win. They replay their land. So they're holding Underground Sea and something else. I feel like I have to ponder. Street Wraith, Force of Negation. You shuffle that. Get another Force of Will. Opponent's on 3 cards in deck. Cast a Black Lotus. Passes back to me. I draw a Preordain. Do I want to Duress? Do I want to Preordain? I don't think their hand does anything. So maybe I just pass. Opponent casts a Thassa's Oracle. I cast a Force of Will pitching Preordain. We've kind of gone runner here. They're passing again. We know they've got another Thassa's Oracle in their deck, which is tough. What do I need to actually draw? Flusterstorm? Not Flusterstorm, Force of Will again. Necropotence. Let's go Dark Ritual. Duress you. Force of Will, Force of Will, Force of Will. Well, that's fucking brutal, isn't it? So they're going to counter our Necro. We've got to hope that the Thassa's Oracle is the last card in their deck. That gives us out for one more turn. Now, Green Ash is a very good Doomsday pilot, so it might be something like Ponder Preordain or into a Thassa's Oracle. It could just be the Thassa's Oracle here. Thassa's Oracle's next card down, so what can I draw? A Flooded Strand. I can't see the Thassa's Oracle here, but we will just deck check them. And they do have it. Cool. Good game. I feel like missing that second land drop was tough. We made a good battle of it there, but just like duressing them and seeing triple Force of Will is kind of horrendous. So we want the extra Fluster. We want the extra Mindbreak Trap. I'm going to drop the Vamp. And I'm going to drop something else as well. Just the Chain. Pretty happy with that as a construction. Yeah, unfortunate little spot, but so it goes. Because that Flooded Strand that I drew at the end there, that was my second land, wasn't it, for the whole game? And we died on turn 7. We did go runner, Force of Wills to get that deep into the game. But it looks like Green Ash just actually kind of just let us get that deep into the game as well, right? We duressed them, they had triple Force of Will. So, okay, so Green Ash. Yeah, no, we've done that bit. We're in game 2. So lots of protection and some cantripping. So I'll keep this. I believe I lead on Ponder. Yeah, I'm pretty into this stuff actually. And I'll just take the Flooded Strand. Responsibility, no. Just continued access to new cards and the protection is going to be quite nice. we truly feel like we have to, we can Street Wraith into the blue card. Opponent has an Underground Sea. And both players have Probe and both players have Duress. So that's going to be an interesting dynamic. I think the first person to resolve a peak is heavily advantaged. The card underneath here is another land. So I think we can chill out for a moment. Decide whether we want a land depending on how the game develops. I'm not too concerned about losing at the moment, but I do need to find a way to advance the game. Underground Sea. No plays. Okay. So I am going to take my land and then I'm going to cast a Preordain, I think. Because even if I like them both, I've still got Street Wraith to get access to more. To get access to the other one quickly before I fetch away, sort of thing. So Mox Jet, Thassa's Oracle. I think Mox Jet could be interesting. No, I think I'm going to bottom both of them actually. That's way better. So then end step we can what was that other card? Thassa's Oracle, Mox Jet. So we're gonna fetch the Undercity at some point in the future, I imagine. Probably right now. By right now, I mean their end step. Oh, opponent's casting a Consult. First card of the game is a Consult. Do I care? I don't think so. They reveal a Flusterstorm. They've exiled one Thassa's Oracle. That wasn't nearly as tragic for them as I hoped it would be. So, Consult for Fluster makes me think that they're going for something. Nope, they lied. And I think I'll leave one fetch uncracked just in case we want to fetch after a brainstorm. We only play the one brainstorm, so it's not a high prevalence thing, but it's still nice to be able to get rid of it. I think I'm still interested in making land drops though, right? Oh no, I've got a Gush actually. So let's put that into the graveyard. And then we'll draw. Right, top deck a brainstorm. All my cards are very good though. That's another question, another problem, isn't it? So let's just pass the turn, I think. I don't think I'm at risk of dying with this current configuration of cards. Opponent fetches their own Undercity. Gets rid of a Doomsday. Get rid of the game log. It's very slow and very tedious, this, isn't it? Do I want to even be casting this brainstorm? What would I be getting rid of though? Street Wraith would be the only thing. I'll cast it. I also don't have to fetch, right? And if this gets a reaction, it gets a reaction. Oh god. Force pitching, force, negate you, fluster you. Or Or maybe I can just Ritual Doomsday and not fight it. We've both got 7 cards. Well, they've got 8. I've got 9. I'm just not going to fetch. Opponent moves to discard. Discard the Treasure Cruise. So I can Ritual Doomsday. Cycle Street Wraith, Ritual Doomsday. They've got 7 cards in hand, man. How am I ever battling through that? They fluster me immediately, and I just can't protect it, right? But maybe that's like a nice exchange because we get their fluster or we get their forcible or something. Let's try it. My hand's so incredibly rolled up as well. Like just with protection. Opponent casts Force of Negation, pitching, dig through time, and I'm just not gonna fight back on that. I've got a Force of Will on top of my deck, which I can gain access to if I want to. Dark Ritual from the opponent into Doomsday. So I guess I negate first. Do I fluster to beat your fluster? I guess I fluster. Oh, fluster doesn't beat fucking Dark Ritual. That was horrible. And we know they've got a Fluster Storm. But now I can trap everything. And cross our fingers. It looks acceptable. Opponent has a Fluster Storm. Everyone's on no cards at this point. I'm going to negate your Doomsday, pitching a Force of Will. They cycle a Street Wraith in response. And it looks like our stack's going to resolve. Doomsday's gone. And now everyone's just got to click no on all of their permission. We can take a draw step, pick up our Force of Will, and then cast Gush. I think that's going to be the line. Or do I want a Force of Will at this point? I want Underground Sea. Do I want a Force of Will? Maybe not, actually. They've got 1 card in hand. I want to top deck Doomsdays. Consult. Let's cast a Preordain. I'm probably interested in both of these cards. Well, maybe I'm not interested in the Dark Ritual, actually. Because I've got a bunch of mana. Necro. Jesus Christ, this is insane. Necro Dig Lotus. Gush. Oh my god, these cards are so powerful. Literally every single one of these. Of the 6 cards on my screen at the beginning of last year, all of them were restricted. How do you play? I'm on 16 life. So I guess I get all of them, right? Use responsibility. No. What do I want to tap this for? Blue. Guess I cast Lotus and then cast Gush. I'm not gonna pick up the Undercity because I don't think I've made a land drop. So then I'll cast Dig Through Time next, exiling. Because this has been just like the most insane rebuild. I should be able to kill next turn, I would imagine. Or this turn. So what? Doomsday Git Probe. So I've got 2 islands in play, which means I can cast another Gush into Lotus. So Git Probe, Gush, get Gush, Gush into just Lotus Thoracle, I assume. And then the other cards I want in my deck are what? Sapphire Thoracle. Say done. I'm happy with that as a pile. I want Thassa's Oracle on the bottom, then Sapphire, then Thoracle, then Lotus, then Gush. I'm going to probe. They've got Thassa's Oracle in hand. I can Gush again. I've got 2 cards in my deck. And my devotion is 2. Well, that was exceptionally fucked up turn, wasn't it? I'll put Thassa's Oracle on top. I liked the attempt no protect. I liked that. I wonder if I'm supposed to have Vampin over Island. I just feel like each card matters too much in this matchup, though. So I'm going to leave it out again and keep my island. I want to make land drops because it's a bit like a classic control mirror, I think, where it's like you just got to keep making mana, but also having access to new cards and the ability to stop your opponent. I liked how we played that game. We obviously got very fortunate with how fucked up that ponder was. But, you know, I liked that I'd planned that, right? Like, my plan was, after that brainstorm, was to cast Ritual Doomsday, and then to cast my Gush to rebuild, right? That was my idea. And then I'd have more cards than them once we'd had the battles over the combo attempts. So I'm pleased with that. I'm a bit down on time now. I'm on 9:30 versus their 12 something, but that's okay. Plenty of time for it. This is interesting. Mana, but low protection, but double Street Wraith, Gitaxian Probe. So it's one of those ones where I've got a Flusterstorm and I don't know what the rest of my hand does. I've got Flusterstorm and Tutor, and I'm just going to hope that they don't turn 1 me. Everyone happy with that? Good. You actually have a choice. feel like it's hard to turn one someone in this matchup. Yeah, they kind of just can't go for it, right? Preordain. I'm going to cycle a Street Wraith, a Street Wraith, and Street Wraith. Un Street Wraith. Unos Street Wraithos. Now I'll make a land drop. Now I'd really love it if this probe resolved. It did. What have you got? Force of Will, Gataxian Probe. Force of Negation, Dig Through Time, Doomsday. So I guess I can just pass, right? Maybe I want to cycle this Street Wraith. End of combat or main phase? Maybe I want to cycle this Street Wraith because... No, I feel like my Gataxian Probe's... Not my Gataxian Probe, my Flusterstorm's got to be fine here. Opponent didn't fetch their Undercity there. They're all here for land drops, whereas I've got quite a lot of lands already. So I am going to fetch my Undercity Sewers. Moxjet. Sure, I'll top a Moxjet. Now I'll cast Preordain. Duress and Daze. Well, I can't access the Daze, but I still will put it on top of my library. Alongside the Duress. We'll play Delta. We'll cast Moxjet. I can Street Wraith for Daze if I want to. I'm going to Duress my opponent, because I should just eat a piece of permission, I believe. Opponent's fetching in response, so maybe they've just drawn themselves a Flusterstorm. Yep, that's fine. So they've got 5 cards in hand. We know all of them. Force of Will, Gataxian Probe, Force of Negation, Dig Through Time, Doomsday. There's a Daze on top of our deck. Opponent's still not fetching their land. I've got Daze on top of my deck, I just said that. They draw the land, they don't go for the combo. Which is cool for us as we try and get our hand to come together. I'm going to pick up my Daze. I think it could still have text at some point. Am I going to... I don't know any of my cards on top of my deck, so I will just Preordain. I don't want either of those. Dark Ritual, okay. Play a Misty. Do I want a DT for anything? No. I could DT for Necro. Doesn't sound very good. Well, they used their Fluster, didn't they? I'm going to try and resolve a DT. If it gets countered, I still don't think I'm fighting it. The big thing though is if they fetch and get Force Negation, cast Force Negation. No, so I'm just going to get a Doomsday here. Because the way their hand's set up right is if they miss this land drop, if they miss mana here, I should be able to beat what they are working with. They've pushed a land. They've played a land. The immediate fetch doesn't please me. And then they probe me. And can they force through this? They've got, so they don't have probe. My Fluster now beats their Doomsday. My Fluster now beats their dig 3 time. But they can dig on my upkeep, which I don't love. I kind of can't fetch in this end step. Now that both players know everything, although actually I don't know their last card, right? I don't know the card that replaced Probe. So it could be Fluster, it could be another Force of Will. Then hitting this land drop was really annoying. Maybe my DT was bad. They're just passing. And I can't fetch because I need to fight the dig, but I then can't fight the dig on upkeep, can I? I don't think it matters. Ponder. So let's fetch. And then let's Ritual Doomsday. I expect opponent will fight this. And then we just have to rebuild and convert again. Maybe opponents tossing up what my pile would look like. Little do they know that I don't know what my pile would look like. So if they think they can beat a pile, then maybe they let it resolve. They dig in response. And dig, I think, is actually the scariest card that's out there at the moment. So I am going to Fluster dig 3 times. They might Force of Will. They don't fight. They don't fight my Fluster. I expect them to fight my Doomsday now with like Force Pitching something. Force Pitching Force. So now I don't know about 2 cards in their deck. I'll give the Street Wraith a cheeky cycle in response. Come up with nothing. So then that happens. Now I'll cast a Ponder. Come up with a Force of Negation. Yep, I like that a lot. I think this is Negation Pitching Days. Then I've got a Ponder on top of my deck for next turn. They play a land. They fetch immediately. I'm going to negate Pitching Days. And they have a Brainstorm in response. Okay. There was an argument to letting that resolve and then fighting the Brainstorm afterwards. Fighting the cantrip. So this all gets through. But now they can't draw a card. So advantage Green Ash. My DT's gone. I don't think I used my DT very well this game. Maybe that could have got a dig or a Fluster or Ancestral or something. Oh, consigned to memory. So they don't have a Lotus, but that makes sense. They went for the mana in play already. There's 2 Thoracles in their pile. There's Ancestral in their pile. So we draw a Ponder. Do I shuffle? I guess I have to. Put back Dark Ritual. Put back Dig Through Time. preordain. Bottom both. This looks tough. I'm now looking for that Force of Will again, but I just didn't like. I did find it, but I just didn't like the other cards I had there. They weren't very good. They Ancestral themselves. I have to fight it, pitching a Thassa's Oracle. I draw a Polluted Delta. So if they've double stacked card draw spells here, then we die. I think I played this badly. Yeah. Yeah. I think I played that wrong. I think it's the DT for. I think it's the DT for Doomsday was bad, and then pushing the Doomsday and assuming I could do the same thing as I did the match before. I guess Ash did hit the fluster off of the brainstorm, so maybe that bit was fine. But who knows? Cool match. So we're 0-1. Okie dokie. Then round 2, rocking its Magic Verse, who I need to look up actually, don't I? Well, this isn't a very good hand. They've revealed a Lurrus. Yeah, I don't have my goldfish ready to go because right. So they've never not played Modern before. Last time they played Vintage, they played Doomsday, but they revealed a Lurrus now. They played Control in the past. So we're going to mulligan this hand because I can't produce mana. We'll play this, and I'll probably just fetch an island because if they're controlling Lurrus, I just don't want to get wasted out of the game. But they're usually a modern gamer. Lots of modern results. So maybe they're a bit more of a PO gamer. I'll keep this, and I'll bottom a land. Let's go Polluted Delta. Opponent took a mulligan as well, so a fair fight, 6 each. I've got a basic island in play. I'm going to cast a Ponder. Opponent taking a moment to consider the Ponder. And that resolves. This isn't what I dreamed of. Yeah, just shuffle that. I mean, I do like the look of the Dark Ritual, so maybe actually I can just take Dark Ritual, Street Wraith. And then, if they give us inclinations of what they're about, we can decide whether this Underground Sea is good. Do I want to use Responsibility? No, I think I'm actually fine. So, we pass cost our opponent for turn 1. We've got a Force of Will behind, which is nice. They played an Academy and a Sapphire. I'm not fighting a Sapphire there, that's just Maniacal. And then they're on a PO build, okay. So 4 cards for the opponent. 5 after the trainer resolves. Might have been that the fighting the Sapphire was good. Our opponent revealed the Tolarian Academy first. Like, I don't think you do that, do you? If you're not rolled up for another Mox. They get a Ruby and play a Ruby, and then they pass the turn. So now I just feel like a twat, but that's fine. I get myself a Street Wraith. And then I probably just pass. I'm going to fetch before cycling either of these Street Wraiths. But it's hard to make me need mana, right? They're going to be on Flusters rather than Spell Pierces. There's a good chance I'm dead to a PO here. They're just passing. Okay, or they're just getting in for 1 before POing. 4 cards on the other side of the table. I wouldn't mind a little battle here. But only if I win it, you know? The draw 3 redeploys Thundertrap Trainer looks really rough for us. My hope is that nothing happens here and then I can fetch an Undercity Sewers. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Looks like we're about to take off. Ooh, Demonic Tutor. It's an interesting one. It's fine. One thing I have got here, which is funny, is if my opponent tries to do something, I can pitch cast the Force of Will and then cast the Dark Ritual to pay for Fluster. If that's even enough. No, they didn't do anything. So I'm just going to go for an Undercity on end step. There's a Fluster Storm on top of my deck. So I'll put that on top. And draw that for the turn. And now I think I cycle Street Wraith. We'll get an Underground Sea. I don't think I want to cycle the other one just yet. Maybe in a minute I do, but for now I think we're fine. They play a Mox Opal. They get their combat in for 1. This Fluster Storm doesn't look like it's got loads of text. But then they're just passing to us. Let's just walk, see if we get that through. Lay Ancestral in response to my Time Walk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is just, I don't know which way I'm supposed to do this. I think I just force it pitting Thoracle. Cast a Snapcaster Mage. And now I Fluster Storm you. They've got 2 cards in hand, but they've obviously got that Academy, which is dominating the mana situation. I get another turn. This is a really good turn to top deck Doomsday, by the way. I'm just going to cycle this other Street Wraith. I need something to do soon. That's his Oracle. Not ideal. Very easy for me to die here. Stock up. Sure. Maybe I was supposed to Dark Ritual out of Street Wraith as a blocker. Who knows? I take 3 and I fall to 6. So I've not got much life or time to work with. Opponents decided to tap some mana. I guess I fluster this one because things are looking a bit tough here for the home team. I suddenly find myself once again in one of the positions where I need to top deck Consult or Doomsday. I'm going to roll out the Status Oracle as a blocker. My life points are far too low. There's a Doomsday there, which I'll put on top. That seems slow as shit. They've got 3 cards in hand. They cast another stock up. Now they play a top. And now it's to us. Oh no, damage time first. Oh, so they're just gonna pick up with PO? No, okay. I am just going to try and cast Ritual Doomsday here. He just has a hard cast Force of Will, so I think we can go to the next game. Because I can't beat that Saga. So I get 2 Null Rods post board. And I get a Mind Break Trap. And I get another Flusterstorm. I can drop the island in this matchup. I could probably drop a Preordain. I can drop Daze. I'm not against dropping the Vamp again. I'm going to submit this. I don't know if I need the chain actually. Maybe chain's worse than Vamp. Unless my opponent puts us in that position again. I know I just cast my second Thassa's Oracle, but the idea was that take your Doomsday pile and replace your Thassa's Oracle with Chain of Vapor. And then you're still gaming, right? So that's... I didn't really say that because I was trying to think about what I'm doing, but... Cool. But yeah, no, like playing the second Oracle there, I'm not too stressed about it because they can't exile it. So I'm kind of safe. Let's keep this hand. And let's just fetch a land and cast Preordain. See if we can find a little bit of protection. Do I want to cycle the Street Wraith first and then cast Preordain? Definitely want to fetch the land first. I guess I fetch land, cycle Street Wraith, and then cast Preordain. Because the aim here is to find protection for my Null Rod, right? If my opponent's on Justin's list, then it's going to be like 1 chain, 1 sink, like I played in my PO video recently. I don't think it's adjusted too much from there. So let's go to our main phase. I'm going to fetch a sea because I'm quite flooded already with these 3 lands. And then I'm going to cycle a Street Wraith. Because I'm less about the combo, I'm more about the resolve a Null Rod at the moment. That's a turn 1 Null Rod. But opponent's got turn 1 Ancestral. But I can walk first into more mana because they can't do anything. I get a Street Wraith. I cast Preordain. Ponder Dark Ritual. I'm interested in both of these. Do I just want to play the Rod, or do I want to try and find an answer to that? I think I want to try and find an answer to that Ancestral Recall. Maybe I should go and get my Dark Ritual first. Force Negation, Ponder. Street Wraith again. I can't get into Force Negation here, can I? I think I'll just shuffle this actually. Gush. Let's play Delta and pass then. Maybe I'll regret not playing my Rod, but they don't really have an artifacty hand at the moment. That's a Polluted Delta and a Mox Opal. And then they're going to fetch... They're going to upkeep Ancestral me. I can get an Undercity here. And get rid of Dark Ritual, I don't need that. Consult's a banger. How to play. How do you play? So if I lead Norrod, they'll cast Ancestral, and then we hope they fight it. And then my Undercity and my Sapphire are tapped. And then I can cast Ritual Consult for Doomsday, and I can gush into my Doomsday stack. If there's a Norrod in play, I can gush into Force of Will blue card with Thassa's Oracle as the last card, and I can replay a land next turn. And win with that Thassa's Oracle and Force of Will blue card behind. If there's not a Norrod in play, I just win on the spot. So let's go for that. Norrod. Huh. Dark Ritual. Consult for Doomsday. So on the left is my graveyard, the middle one's my exile. The one on the right is their hand. Both Thassa's Oracles went and we're dead. Okay. Cool. Okay. That's a shame. Maybe it's a bit of an aggressive line, but if they're not casting Ancestral, then I feel like I'm good to push there. How many cards was that? That's 25 cards with no Doomsday. Okay. Never mind. Okie dokie, welcome to round 3. I don't know how many more I'm playing. I'm dead for good things, I think. So, I'm going to play until I stop playing. This hand is a protected Ancestral on the play, which I do like. So let's keep this. I don't know my opponent, but I'm past the point of looking people up now. 02, there's not much left to do other than play some rounds, see what we can learn, see if we can do anything good. Our opponent took a mulligan. They're on 6. I'm going to Ancestral myself upkeep. And I get more mana. Okay. Wasteland looks pretty brutal here, although I do have like 4 redraws. Mishra's Workshop. Mana Vault's fine. Yeah, Mana Vault's fine. Vexing Bauble is a lot less fine. So let's counter that pitching Probe. And then it's back to us. And we will take a draw step, and then we'll do some wraithing of streets. Yeah, let's cycle a street wraith. Now we can cast a brainstorm. So I can tuck with the preordain. I don't need to. I can fetch myself another underground sea. And then cast a sapphire. Cast a preordain. See where that leaves us. Flusterstorm, Street Wraith. I don't want either of those cards. Doomsday, perfect. So we should just win here. Dark Ritual. Sure, I'll cast another Dark Ritual. I don't think it matters. Doomsday. And then we'll get Gush. Where's Gush? Under G usually. There we go. Gush. Lotus, Thassa's Oracle, Flusterstorm, maybe, yeah, and then Thassa's Oracle. Say done. And then we'll have a nice deck order of Thoracle, Fluster, Thoracle, Lotus, Gush. We'll draw our Gush. We'll return 2 islands. Don't know why there's a Flusterstorm in the way of my kill, but hey ho. Blue, 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 Thassa's Oracle. Thassa's Oracle triggers. Now I get to reorder my deck and win the game. Okay, so we actually managed to Doomsday. I think this is Raker Shops, which is exceptionally good and rather free. I'm gonna bring in the mind break that, and I want to have a consideration for the Murktides here. So we don't need Flusterstorm. That doesn't do anything in this matchup. Duress, I'm less interested in. Daze, they produce a lot of mana. Gitaxian Probe, we don't actually need to know what's in their hand. Just because it's nothing. And then there's a Force of Negation there. So the logic of the Murktide Regent is that they can sideboard into the Stone Brain and take my Thassa's Oracles. So that just prevents that side of things. The downside of that, though, is I'm not bringing in any number of pushes for their Patchwork Automatons or their Germ tokens off of the other card, Nettle Cyst. But I think this is fine. I think this should suffice. The Murktide's a bit questionable, and maybe that should be pushes. But this just means if we get caught out by a fast Stone Brain, we can't just get dunked on like that sort of thing. So I think it's fine. So this looks good. If they do something scary, we can Street Race to try and find a Forcible on top of our deck. If they don't, then we can Preordain and be a bit more exact. Necro's questionable, actually, now that I'm here. Oh boy, am I good at reducing my life total with this hand. Just a clean and easy 7, and then I start Necroing. That's funny. Opponent takes another mulligan. They start on Urza's Saga. Urza's Saga produces Vexing Bauble. So I will cycle this, see if I hit my misstep. If it's even in my deck, I can't remember. Ponder, sure. So Mox Jet's tough. Snuff Out is tough. More mana is interesting to us. Let's fetch. They only have Strip Mine, so I'm just going to fetch Underground Seas. And I'm going to cast a Ponder. Gush is also very bad. So let's just cement land drops for the rest of the game, though. So that Vexing Ball's kind of brutalized our whole hand. That's fine. We've got some cantrips, and then we can cast a Murktide Regent. Saga ticks up to 2. It's got Ancient Tomb. Oh, so they're dual shops. Interesting. And they walk. Okay, so now I kind of hate my sideboarding, I think. Yeah, I don't have a negation in my deck, because I thought they were like the creature Raker Shops deck sort of thing. Interesting. I get a Manifold Key from the Urza's Saga. They play a Talon Gates. They cast a Time Vault. And then they pass the turn. Okay. So what has to happen here? I have to cast a Preordain. Bottom both of these cards. Find a Vampiric. and die. Okay. Cool story. So I do want negation against duel. I don't want the Murktide Regents. I do want the Duress back in. I think that's fine. Do I want the Flusters? Maybe one Fluster over a chain. No, maybe one Fluster over a Preordain just to fight the thing. I didn't get it in. Okay, so no Flusters. Dark Ritual Consult. Okay, so we'll keep this. See if we can come up with a quick Thassa's Oracle. So, okay, Flooded Strand, and we'll fetch and cast Ponder. This is really nice. So let's go Ponder at the bottom, then Scalding Tarn, then Null Rod. Use Ponder's ability? No, I don't think I will. Oh, hang on, I had a kill here and I just fucking missed it. Oh well. Let's just go Dark Ritual Null Rod. And that gets in. So that's tasty. I'm not going to consult for anything. I like to the top of my deck. It's got some lands and stuff. So I should have gone like Ritual consult for Doomsday kill you. But that's running head first into Force of Will, right? So that's not very good. They play a Mishra's Workshop. But they clearly don't have Force of Will, because otherwise there wouldn't be a Null Rod in play. They also play a Dead Mox Jet. Now I believe I should have the space and time to construct a kill sort of thing. I can't remember what I put on top of my deck. Ponder or Scalding Tarn. This has been poorly sequenced by me. But it's fine. I'm not too stressed about where I'm at the moment. We have a Null Rod. This looks crap. I want something more proactive than that. Okay. So if I draw a Street Wraith, a Probe, anything like that in the near future, I can just win by consulting for Doomsday again. That went so well last time. But it has an Ancient Tomb and a Vexing Bauble, and they just pass the turn. So Force of Wills are dead. Do I want to consult for Doomsday? Am I too scarred by what happened last time? I think we can give them a turn. I don't think it matters. I took out my Murktides, didn't I? So I can't Murk them dead. Am I too scarred? I don't have a Cataxian Probe in my deck. Okay, so no, worth knowing. Oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to pass again. No, I think I have to. I think I have to go for it. Let's fetch. Underground Sea. Consult for Doomsday. Zero Thassa's Oracles exiled. Cast Dark Ritual. Cast Doomsday. We get Thassa's Oracle. Thassa's Oracle. Ancestral Recall. Island. Underground Sea, I guess. Say done. I'm not too sure about this pile, but I just think I can just throw multiple Thoracles at them over time, sort of thing. So opponents go. I've got a Sapphire in hand. So they play Chain of Vapor. So 6 mana. Coveted Jewel. So they can't produce any more mana this turn, so I win. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. We won a match in the Vintage Showcase. Okie dokie, nerds. We are in round 4 up against Red Hot Phil, who is on the play, usually on Squee. Abysmal matchup for us. Let's see. Squeeze the person who Red Hot Phil is really holding down at the moment. No, Red Hot Phil is really pioneering the Squee at the moment. They do keep winning with it. I don't know how. Well, they've mulliganed to 5, which could be tough, but we'll see what they land on. But no, they keep posting results with Squee, results that I can't replicate at the moment. So good on them, fighting the good fight. They just said that's great in chat, so they're on 3, brutal. Let's see if we can convert this though, because obviously still I've got nothing going on. Oh god. This could just be that they're looking to nab my land, and then do I feed them the? I feed them the sea, right, rather than the island. Or do I feed them the fetch land? No, I think I feed them the sea because I'm actually interested in finding some permission whilst they're low on resources. They strip my underground sea, that's absolutely fine. But I've just sandbagged the island because now my island's safe. What do we think of this? Ritual DT Lotus. Yeah, fuck it, we'll just push next turn, I guess. No, I won't use Ponder's ability. We'll just push next turn into a Mindbreak trap. We can fetch and cycle the Street Wraith. And we can rebuild later. So let's fetch an Underground Sea, cycle a Street Wraith, see if we can just think the Force of Will. What colour do I need? I need black. Okay. I'd like my card. Dig through time, sure. So Dark Ritual. So I can rebuild post Mindbreak trap here with my Preordain into land into Dig Through Time. What am I getting here? I'm getting Black Lotus. Blue, 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 blue. Cast a Thassa's Oracle. Trigger on the sack, I'll cast a Consult. And we win. Cool. So post board, I don't actually know Phil's strategy post board against Doomsday. But we bring in Leyline Tabs and Murktide Regent. I want to have some consideration for the Flusterstorm here. Chain of Vapor I'm less interested in. Duress I'm less interested in. Force Negation actually has no text. Mental Misstep can be good, but I think with Flusters and Days I'd rather do that. Though maybe Misstep's better than just like a Fluster. No, it's not better than Flusterstorm. What have we got? 64. That's still quite a lot of cards. Next Potence is hard to enable. I think I'm happy to cut like the odd cantrip here and there, but then no, I think I'm coming off of the bonus Fluster. Do I want to trim a Street Wraith instead of a Fluster or a cantrip? No, I don't think so. Show game log, please. Show game log, please. Oh, so the game log's on a different screen. My bad. Film looks to 6. Do we keep this, kids? I don't know. Like, Ritual Doomsday, Force of Will behind on the draw. I can draw a land and just kill them. I'm going to keep it. Bit of a gamble, but we're in the 1-2 bracket, you know? Phil exiles 6 cards. Phil keeps on 6. Okay. So they'll probably present a Bazaar of Baghdad this time. I guess the hand that they kept before was just like, yeah, the 2 Wastelands, no Bazaar, but a way to disrupt a Doomsday stack or something. Maybe a Noxious Revival. And just they try and run me out of lands. So hollow one for the opponent and a pass. And a land for us would be a kill here. It's a consult. Let's just start by trying to cast this. BBB. Doomsday. Oh, that just gets through. Okay, so I probably need to put a land on top of my deck, don't I? Or do I put Lotus on top of my deck? Pitch. Yeah, Lotus is great. Lotus. Ancestral. I've got 2 Force of Wills and a Daze. But I can pitch Force of Will. Force of Will pitching Daze, Force of Will pitching Brainstorm. Cast Lotus. Crack it, preordain into Ancestral. Ancestral into Island. Sapphire. Thoracle. Oh, just 1 Thoracle. So let's think this through again, because I'm trying to focus, but you know that thing where you're just like pretty dead in the event. I've got to win out from here to get the like quote unquote good prizing. But it's hard to recalibrate your brain. So at the moment I've got Lotus. So draw Lotus, cast Preordain. Preordain finds me Ancestral. Ancestral finds me Island. I don't know. This looks fine. I can't. So draw for the turn. So my bottom card is relevant, so we'll make it an island. No, that's fine. And then the rest of it is what I'm drawing. So Sapphire, Lotus, Thoracle, ZZZ. I need to draw the Lotus, don't I? Thoracle, Ancestral, Lotus. Good grief. There's an argument there that I should have put Tab in my pile, because Tab is not actually universal across the Doomsday decks these days. Archive Trap, Phil, I'm not a big fan of this, actually. That resolves. No more Archive Traps. Okay. Opponent activates. I wonder what they kept though, because like they discarded a Mindbreak on one. So what's the other cards they kept? You know, they've got a Wasteland. I've expertly played around Wasteland by building a questionable pile. Hollow one's fine. Yeah, cool. So I can convert this now because I know I've got forced blue card to back me up and they've only got 1 spell. So I'll draw Black Lotus. I'll crack it for blue. I'll cast a Preordain and take my Ancestral Recall. And now I'll Ancestral myself. And now I'll play an island and cast a Thassa's Oracle. Force of Will, blue card in hand. Good games, and unlucky on the mulligan to 3 there. But we did get through it. They had the archive traps as well. I think that hand I kept in game 2 there was on the edge of questionable. But it was a Doomsday with double force, right? So I don't know how much I can question that. But yeah, that's a bit of a comeback. We're now 2-2. Okay, nerds, welcome to round 5. We're up against Rogue Deck wins. I don't know what Rogue Deck they're on today. How do we feel about this as an opener? I think I like it. No protection, but I can ponder into it. I can also Street Wraith into it if I have to. No cat revealed from the opponent. Have we revealed against? Have we played against cat yet? We have, haven't we? We played round one of the losses. They've mulliganed to 5. They've kept it 5. So let's just lead on ponder. 5 makes me concerned that they're a bizarre deck. So I'll be interested in finding lands off of this ponder. Like lands and force of what I think are fine. And try and build some mana into the game before we can make a Doomsday play. Okay, opponent on 5. We'll play a C. They haven't revealed a Chancellor, so they're not unlikely to be mono white. They could be, but okay. Doomsday Island, Misstep. I can get to all of these cards, so I guess I bottom the Doomsday. No, I don't like bottom Doomsday. Right, so I'm drawing one of them. I'd like that to be a mental misstep. No, I think I have to go to it at some point. So Doomsday Island misstep. Use Ponder's ability, no. Sorry, I have to say that bit out loud, and I say that bit out loud even when I'm playing on my own sort of thing, is use Ponder's ability, no, because otherwise I just always shuffle my fucking deck and lose. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll use this ability, why not? Pay me. So that's a Mox Jet, so they're not going to Baghdad. Scrolling Crawler. I don't think that'll matter. Scrolling Crawler means that they are Raker Shops, which means we've won the game. I should have cycled in response, that was just stupid, but it's fine. I'll go to 19. I play my island. Playing life is easier before Doomsday, isn't it? So let's just quickly map this out. I go to 16 from this Street Race cycle. 2 from the Street Wraith, 1 from the Crawler. Ritual Doomsday, I'm at 8. Ponder, I'm at 7. Gush, I'm at less. Yeah, it's just not even. 16. Dark Ritual, Doomsday. Black Lotus. Thassa's Oracle. Gush. And then I don't know what. Thassa's Oracle Sapphire, something like that. Who knows? Thoracle, Sapphire, Thoracle, Lotus, Gush, cast a Ponder, Thoracle, Lotus, Gush. Don't use Ponder's ability. I'm at 7. I'm at 5. Not Flesh Raker. Crawling Scrawler continues to be a blank. I said this in the Discord the other day. I'm not sure why that card's in decks. No rods. As I said earlier, Regents, Mind Break Trap, Snuff Out. So this is 6. My life's under duress. They have infinite mana. They don't have instants and sorceries. Duress is bad. I think I can cut a cantrip. Or do I want to cut a misstep? I don't want to cut a misstep. Maybe I just cut a probe. So they can have sideboard. Oh no, negation. Do I want negation? Maybe I do. They can have sideboarded card. Mind Break Trap. That's the main thing we've got to focus on in this matchup. Is how enabled their trap is. This matchup is the reason I played Doomsday today, though, because I haven't yet lost it. I expected a lot of Raker Shops. This hand's dreadful. I expected a lot of Raker Shops, and I felt like this was a great matchup to be looking at. I will bottom this Undercity here, I think. Keep this, bottom Undercity. Both players on 6, nice fair fight. Ancient Tomb. Sensei's top's fine. Activates the top, which is good for me. Yeah, the issue I have with Scrolling Crawler is I found that when I've been playing PO and Doomsday, the card doesn't make you change your plan. The plan is like, I still can just cast my Doomsday. Right, and like, I think it was in my PO video the other week where someone plays a Scrolling Crawler. I'm like, okay, I'll draw 6. So it's one of those card selections in other decks that I've struggled to comprehend. Justin said that it was for Dual Shops, but with Dual Shops being dead and buried by the Raker Shops deck, it's one I'm struggling to justify on their behalf, if you know what I mean. But hey ho. Let's see if they can make it good this round, this match, this game. So we're still playing because X and 2 can get a set. And the prizes actually go quite deep in this tournament. They go down to 128. And from 165, that's pretty decent. So what does Demonic Tutor do for us? Quite a lot, I would imagine. I think I'll cycle my Street Wraith because that can inform my Preordain. Chain of Vapor. So we'll just fetch Underground Sea and play Preordain. See what Preordain can find us. Dark Ritual, Street Wraith. Top. So that was good. Let's hope we don't get Strip Mine. They play 1 Strip Mine in the main. Okay, opponent's second turn. No upkeep, top activation. They've got a Mox Jet. City of Traitors. A Lodestone Golem, which I will counter. So, how do we play? We draw Street Wraith. And we go Dark Ritual Doomsday. I don't have Flusterstorm in my deck, do I? I'd really like access to one at the moment. They activate top in response. Okay. So I think this is going to be a pass the turn pile. I'm going to pass the turn with Force of Will on top of our deck. But we can't activate the Street Wraith to get the Force of Will now. So let's give this a think. I want a Force of Will, and I don't think that's negotiable. I want some Thassa's Oracles in my deck. I don't know how many. So what's going to happen? We're going to put Force of Will on top of the deck. The next card down has to be an Ancestral Recall. Is that true? Yeah. Next card down has to be Ancestral. And then I'm going to Ancestral into Lotus. Ancestral, Lotus, Force of Will, Thassa's Oracle. Man, I really need a Flusterstorm in this deck. That's annoying. I think I'll just go Thassa's Oracle, Lotus, Land. Oh no, you don't. Thassa's Oracle, Force of Will, Black Lotus, Ancestral. So the second Thassa's Oracle actually doesn't do anything at the moment. Ancestral. Oof. What if it's not a Black Lotus and it's Sapphire and Island instead? No, I don't think that's good. Black Lotus, Force of Will, Thassa's Oracle. One of these Thassa's Oracles is redundant because I can't make blue twice. Does that matter? What if it was just another Force of Will? I wouldn't have the fodder to pitch. I think I just have to play slowly. Say done. Thassa's Oracle, Black Lotus, Ancestral Recall, Force of Will. And then we pass the turn, because if they're floating an Archive Trap, I want to be able to counter it. And I don't want to run into the Mind Break at any point. So I think I've got to play it kind of slowly. Oh, my top card should have been the... Oh, the Ancestral's so bad. Oh, no, it's not. So Lotus DT is rough. Yeah, no, okay, no, the Ancestral's fine. I'm at 8. Yeah, fine. Opponent takes a look at the top. They've got 3 cards in hand. So I'm going to play around Mindbreak Trap for as long as possible. Scrawling Crawler. I pay 2 life, I go to 5. I draw a card in my upkeep. I pay 2 life, I go to 6. I draw a card in my upkeep, I'm at 5. In my draw step, I'm at 5. I think I counter this. Because if I counter this, I get to play around Mindbreak Trap longer. Right? Multiple Mindbreak Traps. Oh no, I can't, because I've got 3 cards in deck. Okay, I might just kill myself. Yeah, this was bad. This was really bad. Okay, no, it got through. They didn't have a trap. That was a really poor pile. I wasn't convinced by it when I made it. So if I'd done it the other way around, hang on, if I'd let the crawler resolve, let's start there. Crawler resolves, I'd be at 2. No, I would have taken 1 in my draw step. I'd be at 1. I wouldn't have a Force of Will available for their Mindbreak Trap. So maybe I needed to like keep a Flusterstorm in the deck. Even though it's bad, it beats their sideboard Duke. So then I don't have to, like, if I draw it, then that's shit. But if not, then I can make a nice pile where I protect myself against Mindbreak Trap. I don't know. But my pile would have still beaten Scrawling Crawler, right? 6 down to 5. Yeah, it would have beaten Scrawling Crawler. It just My pal could never beat Mindbreak Trap because I fucked it up, but that's fine. I didn't have it in the end, so we got lucky. Cool. See you for next round. Okie dokie nerds, round 6. And we're up against Routine. We're on the draw, but we've got Force of Will, Force of Negation, Ancestral, Street Wraith, DT, Git Probe, and Scalding Tarn. And I think that's quite a good hand. I didn't mean to list all of them. I was just like started off listing the good features, and it didn't really stop. So that's cool. Don't know what our opponent's going to be on. They've mulliganed to 6. I think they usually play mono white. They haven't got a Lurrus, they've got a Mishra's Workshop. Into a Mana Crypt. 5 mana immediately tapped. Makes a 1 ring, which I will Force of Will. Pitching Gitaxian Pro, I assume. Oh no, hang on. Let's think about this, guys. Let's tell our opponent we've got a Force of Will in hand. And let's counter the non-creature spell with the non-creature spell removal. That was good. Good job, me. Pay the life points, and then readjust the life total up so that our opponent knows exactly what just happened. I think I like holding the Street Wraith for now because I'm going to send this Ancestral in their upkeep. They've got 3 cards. I'm just going to get a basic island here. Play around the Singleton Strip Mine that Raker plays. Play around the Singleton Strip Mine. Play around the idea that they could be a workshop deck, you know. So now we've got a kill next turn. And potentially a Force of Will up if there's a card on the top of the deck. Glaring Flesh Raker. Pay 2 life. Force of Will pitching Flusterstorm. Their last 2 cards are Vault Keys, any good on them. Little Sis is fine. One card left over there. Doesn't do anything, we win. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. If they've got the main deck Mindbreak Trap, then good on them, you know? This is a nice tutor for Lotus, Lotus for Doomsday, cycle into Gush and win. So, Doomsday. I want Gush. I want Lotus. I want Thassa's Oracle. I want Thassa's Oracle. I want Sapphire. Say done. And then Sapphire, Thoracle, Lotus, Gush, pay 2 life, cast Gush, cast Black Lotus, cast Thassa's Oracle, thanks for joining, good game. I'll put the Thoracle on top. Okay, more Glaring Flesh Raker. So Norod's good, Mindbreak's good, Snuff Out's good, 2 Murktides are good. I'm going to leave one of the Flusters in this time, as we saw that like slightly questionable pile that I made last time around. And I think I just like the idea of having access to the card in my deck sort of thing. That does mean I'm going to struggle to cut cards. What's the other card I'm missing? Necro is what I've been dropping. And then the other one is the Fluster. So I need to cut something from here to keep Fluster in my deck. Can I cut Island? No, I didn't know. I cut Probe, didn't I? I don't know how I've been playing today. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But I've got the Fluster. I know the Fluster's blank, but the Fluster can fit into a pile nicely and protect against Mindbreak Trap. And one of the big skills in Doomsday is building these resilient piles, and that is one of the skills that I kind of lack. So with practice, though, you can improve and learn these things. Level 1 though, this hand's unkeepable, so we'll be shipping this. Mulligan. This is also questionable. I'll keep this and I'll bottom the Murktide. The turn 2 Null Rod looks pretty techy, Ancient Tomb. Time Vault. Wow, okay. Let's get a basic island and cast Preordain. See if we can find a Force of Will or a Lotus. There's a Force of Will. I don't need the Underground Sea. Opponent's got 5 cards in hand. City of Traitors. Counter your Manifold Key, pitching my Mindbreak Trap. You got another Manifold Key, sure. Cool game. Natty Vault Key. Yeah, I think I'm happy. I'm happy with what I've got, how I'm built. More of the same. This time I'll probably fetch for Underground Sea though. Is that true? Last time I had black rolled up, didn't I? I'm just gonna get Underground Sea. I don't believe they've got Wastelands. Use Ponder to dig a little deeper. Find a polluted delta, which I'll get to hand. Opponents go and they've got to kill us on 1 again. And then we'll buy ourselves a little bit of time. Mishra's Workshop. Mana Crypt is fine. One Ring. I'm going to One Ring pitching Preordain because I've got a Ponder on top of my deck, so I can keep cantripping in a minute. And they've got Sensei's top, that's fine. Oh yeah, I've got Dig Through Time in my hand, so the game can't cope. So I get Ponder, I slam Null Rod though. Slammeth the Rod. You'll go. 4 cards for the opponent. 5 after the draw step. Sorry, another Workshop. Grim Monolith, which is dead. I pass the turn. I draw a Gush. I just Ponder rather than anything else. Doomsday, Force of Will. I like one of the Doomsdays. I like the Force of Will. So I can force something out of them, draw Doomsday, cast Dig Through Time. They've got an Academy, a Manifold Key, and a pass. So now they've got Hardcast, Mindbreak Trap available. Bear in mind I can't go and get Lotus and win like that, so I'm just going to... I didn't counter anything, did I? Do I just want a DT for land then? No, I want a DT for Dark Ritual. That should facilitate a kill next turn as well. With Force of Will behind. They haven't lost a single Mana Crypt flip. Look at this shit. So Ancient Tomb, Mox Jet, they've got 1 card in hand. I can beat 1 Mindbreak Trap this turn. So I believe we can declare ourselves victorious. Dark Ritual. Doomsday. And now we can get Thassa's Oracle. What else do I want? I need to cycle a bit more, don't I? I took Probe out, so I'll grab a Street Wraith. And I'll grab another Thassa's Oracle. And a bunch of other cards that don't matter, right? So, Gush into Street Wraith. Sure, I'll put another... I don't even know. I just don't think this card matters, right? Island, Force of Will. Say done. Gush into Street Wraith, Thoracle. Cycle Street Wraith, cast Thoracle. That's 2 cards left in my deck, sure. Okay. So let's go Force of Will on the bottom. Then Island, Thoracle, Thoracle. Street Wraith. We'll float a blue. We'll cast Gush. Opponent has nothing. Play this. Cycle. Make a blue. Cast this. I win the game. And I'll put a Force Wall on top of my deck. Okay. And that is Doomsday versus Flesh Raker. Part 6. Okay, it's round 7. We're on the play against a Miracle. So let's take the play. Opponent has a Lurrus. I've got turn 1 protected Doomsday. And high exposure to Wasteland. I think I still push though, don't I? Well, Pluto Delta fetch and then just Ritual Doomsday. Come on, Magic Online. Just 2 more rounds, you can do it. Ritual Doomsday. What do I want on top of my deck? Like Lotus. So what happens if I get Wastelanded? If I get Wastelanded, I want a Lotus on top of my deck. My Lotus can cast a Time Walk. And then I can walk into... That's really slow. So what if it's just like the top card of my deck is Island? Top card of my deck is Island. I can cast Time Walk. I walk into an Ancestral Recall. And I Ancestral into Lotus, Thoracle, Flusterstorm. So I'm going to draw Basic Island for the turn. And if I've been Strip Mined, I hold my Basic Island. And then I will draw Ancestral Recall, and I'll go Island, Ancestral. And then I will have in my hand Lotus, Thoracle, Fluster, and I'll win. So Island, Thoracle, Fluster, Lotus, Ancestral. But we're just going to fuck around with the order a bit. Have I finished searching? I have actually, Magic Online. Thank you for asking. Sorry, it's getting a bit late and I'm losing my mind. So where do I want what? I guess I want Fluster on the bottom. then Black Lotus, then Thassa's Oracle on top of 2 cards, then Ancestral, then Island, and then we'll pass to our opponent. And if they have a Wasteland, they have a Wasteland. And that just makes us take longer. And that's fine. Draw a card 4, draw a card 3, Ancestral for everything. Yeah, cool. So we pass back and we hope that they've got just like a nonsense hand, which isn't very good sort of thing. Flooded Strand, Mox Pearl, pass. I play an island, hopefully. And I cast Time Walk. Now it's my turn and I draw Ancestral Recall. And I Ancestral myself for all of my cards. My opponent's fetching in response. For an Underground Sea. To cast Brain Freeze targeting me. Which is problematic. Okay, I'm dead. They're an Underworld Breach deck. So that means I want my rods. I want my Murktides. I want my Snapback. Not my Snapback, my Mindbreak Trap. And I want another Fluster. I don't want Vamp. I don't want Chain. I don't think we need to be worried about our lands blowing up. I think I can drop a Ponder and a Preordain. So my search isn't as good, but that's fine. We're more threat dense this way. I need 1 cut from here. Maybe just Daze. Brutal. I'm sure there's a pile that beat that, but if you asked me to write a list of all the things I have to play around, I don't even know if I'd come up with Brain Freeze in that spot. Sounds bad. Do I want to lean on Necro? Do I want to lean on Doomsday? I'm going to bottom the Doomsday. I'm going to try and be a Necro gamer. Okay. Turn 2 Necro's fine, with Force behind. Mana Crypt. Okay. How much permission do they have? Dark Ritual. Now I regret not having Doomsday in my hand. Negation pitching PO. I'm going to fight this the whole game, I think. But they're definitely going to have more. Yeah, fine. Fine. They've got 4 cards in hand. I just need them to keep missing on lands. Cool. Let's just fetch and under city sewers. Forcible's not very good. Brainstorm. Yeah, I will just fire that off. Probably a very bad one actually, but opponent has a sensei stop. And they flip it to find a land, which is brutal. I have a rag of. They pitch Psychic Frog. I don't know what's going on over there. But I don't feel good about it, if I'm honest with you. At least they're going to clear that fastest Oracle for us, though. That's nice. And now they cast stock up and we're just incredibly dead. Black Lotus. Triple black for DT, DT for Breach. Breach will kill me. Yeah, sick one. There are cards short in the graveyard at the moment. So this just has to be Brain Freeze in hand. BBB. Cycles Allure and revealed. Okay, cool. Good game, because now they can exile their 3 cards. DT for Brain Freeze. No, you're still a blue short, right? Because you can't get the Lotus back now. You get me blue mana. And they can buy the Lotus back first. Underground Sea. Cast Brain Freeze from hand. But if you don't have the Brain Freeze, you're short. No, yeah, cool. So your thing dies, you've got 1 card in hand. You have got a Ragavan though, which is problematic. I'd like to top deck one of my Merc Tides now. Oh, they do have a DT. I'm so confused. Didn't they just lose a mana? Slaughter Games and Paradoxical Outcome. I'll take your PO. Opponent hits me with a Ragavan. Hits a Flusterstorm. Opponent casts stock up. Slaughter Games. That's wild. I truly don't think there's a way we can win this game. I do have Rods in my deck. That doesn't deal with the Ragavan. The only thing that deals with Ragavan is one of my 3 creatures. I lose some life. Opponent gets a Street Wraith. I could cast that and it's an incredibly good clock. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah. Do it. Force negation. Take 5, take 3. I'm at 1 if I top deck the thing next turn. The Murktide Regent. Or even just the Thassa's Oracle. They've got 5 cards in hand at this point. And they exiled a Murktide Regent, so I die. GG's, Amir, that was cool. Well, I'll make them cast the Murktide Regent. Oh, they slaughter games to me. Okay. I'm not casting Murktide Regent. What's the name on slaughter games? The only thing I care about right now is my Murktide Regent. They named Thassa's Oracle. It's fine, I've got another Murktide, right? Yeah, so I can top deck Murktide Regent. Fluster it through. Unless they've got a land in hand. They haven't. Chains in my sideboard, so I can't bounce the Street Wraith. Time Walk. Negation, pitching, scroll. I obviously fluster this to stay alive. To look at more cards. No, they just got a Force of Will. GG's. Cool match. Brain Freeze got me good. I don't know if there's a way I can build a better pile. I'm sure there is a better, more aggressive pile I could build. Maybe not even. It's like I cast Ancestral and that's when the freeze is always going on the stack, right? They waited for that moment. Which made sense. So I don't even know. I'm sure there is one. There's got to be one. But I don't know what it would look like. And in this game, yeah, they kept a hand with lots of permission. I made a bet on my Necro early doors. And then, yeah, they coast me with Ragavan and the card advantage from Ragavan. So, cool list, cool game. Okie dokie nerds. Final round. We're up against the Power 9. He's revealed a Lurrus. My hand is pretty bad. I think I'm going to ship it. This is better. Put back a land. Cast a Ponder. Seems to make sense to me. Get Underground Sea and pray they're not on control. The Power 9's always on combo though, right? So I think that's an acceptable gamble to take. I'll put back Scalding Tarn. I prefer Flooded Strand. It's better. Yeah, I'm going to fetch an Underground Sea and cast a Ponder. Dark Ritual, Flusterstorm. I don't want another Dark Ritual. I am interested in Flusterstorm. I want to use Ponder's ability? Not really, no. So I get to make a land drop and fetch next turn, and maybe even fetch an Undercity. That's the way the game takes us. But now that I know I'm drawing blanks, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to be fetching away or pitching away this Preordain. So if I've got a Delta, I need to put these cards down. And a Sapphire. An immediate fetch. So they've got somewhere to go and something to do, which is cool because I've got a bed to go to. Right, Underground Sea. Blue, just looks like a Time Walk. Merchant Scroll, okay, that's fine. What was underneath my delta? It was another flood, another thing, wasn't it? They've only got force of will. Oh, no, there's another dark ritual there, which I don't want. Grab a C. Cast a preordain. Chamber of Vapor, Thassa's Oracle, both bad. Another Flooded Strand, okay. Not cool. Not cool at all. They've got a Lurrus though. I always have them as like a whole breach player in my mind. Scalding Talent pass. After a considerable think as well. I'm going to play Flooded Strand and pass. So I don't really want to get into a battle right now. Opponent fetches. Finds an Undercity. So just blue, black. No other cards to play, no other colours to play with. Merchant for force. Maybe just trying to resolve like a stock up or a big PO at some point. Volcanic. Just Psychic Frog. Psychic Frog looks rough. It's just how good is that Pyroblast, you know? That just gets through. Wild. So I guess I fetch a C and dig with Fluster behind. Is this just Brain Freeze then? We just in a world of Brain Freeze gamers. I think I still want to do this because my hand doesn't do anything. Forcible pitching stock up. So they've got one card in hand. Part of me feels like I should cast that actually. Try and filter for something. Opponent buys Lurrus, plays a Misty Rainforest from hand. Do I even need to cast Dark Ritual? Or do I just cast Doomsday? Dark Ritual beats Spell Pierce, which I haven't seen a lot of, but they might play. So Ritual Doomsday, one card to Lurrus. Do I want to Gush? I think Gush is better than Ancestral because I can't get misstepped. So I can Gush, Thoracle, Duress. I don't need the Thoracle. So I'm going to Gush into Duress. There's nothing I can do on 0 mana, is there? Oh, Daze is a banger. Gush into Duress Daze. And then the following turn, play Thassa's Oracle. And at the end of it all, just another Doomsday and try again. Who knows? So done. Thassa's Oracle, Duress, Daze. No, that order's wrong. Daze, Duress, Gush. You'll go. No brain freeze from the opponent. So opponent can play Lurrus plus Frog this turn. Then I would assume I win. Is that true? Maybe not actually. Maybe I need another card draw spell in my deck. There's no way to play around brain freeze in this position, is there? Black, black. 1. Opponent plays a Lurrus. That resolves. Please fetch and play a Frog. Okay, my daze doesn't work even if you do play a Frog. So what's this then? Force of negation? Hardcast negation? No. Duress you. Opponent concedes. What are they doing? I think I want the pushes for the frogs. I think I want this one. I'm concerned about the Murktides. Concerned about the Norrods. 8 cards is far too many to be sideboarding. I want to drop Vamp. How hard can it be? I want to drop Vamp. I want to drop Daze. I want to drop Chain. I want to drop a Preordain. I want to drop an Island. Gives me 5. So 2 pushes, 2 Murktides, and a Fluster. If I get wastelanded, you can blame me. To be honest, I'm usually the one that's accountable for things that happen on this channel and in my matches of Magic, but you have my express permission this time. Probably can't keep this. Probably should be keeping this. Dropping what? Ponder? Probe? Ponder, probe, ponder, probe. Ponder sees more cards, probe is better. Probe technically sees more cards. Or do I just drop Dark Ritual? Do that. Play the blue cards, cement some mana under us. Doomsday, fuck me dead. If only there was a card that could give me the mana I need to cast Doomsday. That's called Breach. Misstep, Delta, Force of Will. Keep that. Opponent's going to fetch their Undercity. I don't know how I get through this hand. I might not cast DT next turn. I might chill out. We'll opponent throw a Mock Spell. It's pretty good. You gonna jam? Yeah. Jamming a stock up into me. Do I want to force this? And then you force pitching something. How much does this stock up worth to you? Do you believe I've got days or more permission? Do you believe I've got Mindbreak Trap in hand? And that you can't actually beat it and you want to hold your Force of Will and Misstep for your Underworld Breach battle? They let it go. Cool. That's incredible for us. I need to cast this Ponder though, because I need to shuffle these cards. Streetway Doomsday, Dark Ritual. Okay, so Doomsday. Dark Ritual, Street Wraith. Responsibility? No, I don't think I will. Because now I've got a Flusterstorm Protected kill next turn. Oh no, but they've got fucking Misstep. Opponent buys Lurrus, plays a Scalding Tarn. I wonder if they'll fight my... That was so bad. I hate this. I think I've got to shuffle though. Do I just get Force of Will? Get a Gush? Get a Daze? I just don't feel like I could draw that next, could just get Ancestral. Ancestral bait's pretty hard, doesn't it? I've played this so poorly, I'm sorry. If they kill me, they kill me. I just got excited by the Dark Ritual, but the Dark Ritual's not actually very good. And I really now need to top deck a land. White mana. Was it just their Time Walk? I think I know their hand completely at the moment. Yeah, I do. Because they've bought Lurrus already. Opponent plays a walk, then fetches a seed to cast Lurrus with. So next turn they can get Underworld Breach, Time Walk. Or Underworld Breach, stock up. So, how do I win from here? I just top deck a land, right? And then I'm cooking. What's better, stock up or Time Walk? I don't know. Black, white, Demonic Tutor. DT for Lotus, cast Lotus. Yeah, I think I'm just dead here, right? With Force of Will backup as well. It works easily, right? Because you've got a Lurrus. DT for Lotus, cast Lotus, play Lotus. Cast Breach, cast DT, get Brain Freeze, your Lotus is still in play, yeah. But you've got to play that all through me. Having all these different cards. But I can't beat Force of Will Misstep. So I think I'm going to drop the Murktides and have the Rods. Or maybe none of that. No Rods, no... Yeah, maybe that's right. No Rods, no... No nothing. Cool, you got it. Oh, I don't have any rods in my deck. I've got Murktides though. Maybe I don't want Murktides. I want Mindbreak Trap and Daze. I know that's not a Daze. I'm just wondering if I do want rods. What about a rod? Maybe a rod is good. Come off the Murktides. So I expect my opponent to have Pyroblast. A couple of pushes make sense, right, against a frog deck. This is one of my big leaks. It gets to, it's now midnight. It gets to this time and my brain just goes to mush. I'm just not quite as good at playing late at night as some other people. I mean, the Power Nine's American, so it's like 7 PM and they're golden, but I'm currently in the struggling to have eyes open point, let alone executing Doomsday combos. Let's keep this and we'll lead on Ponder. That was nice. I think it has a Bauble, so they'll see the top of their deck, which is good because then I don't have to announce to you what's on top of my deck because I don't know. Opponent's got a Misty. Dark Ridge or Undercity, there we go. Oh, fucking hell. Underground Sea, Soaring, I think that's fine. They draw a card. I'm going to cast my Brainstorm first. Necropotence, Misstep. Do I even want Necro? I'm going to put Doomsday on top, and then I'm going to fetch and duress them. Underworld Breach, Force Negation, Dig Through Time, Force of Will. Fuck, this hand's so strong. Do I just take Dig? And I'm just then I should just take Breach. Fuck me. I'm just going to take Force of Will. No, I'll take the Dig Through Time. I've got to play through one of those abilities this game. I'll take the Dig. They're going to play a Frog, and I'm not sure how I'm going to beat it off the bat. Just top deck Fluster. Okay, that's just so phenomenal for the home team. That's what they drew. Please fight back. Ugh. They just buy Lurrus. Yeah, makes sense. Doomsday. So I can go Ritual Doomsday. They'll win the fight over the Doomsday. Pitching the Frog. So opponent's hand at present is Force of Will, Underworld Breach, Lurrus of the Dream Den. They're going for an Underworld Breach, which I will fight. Did you top deck a blue card? No. Please be a land. Thank you. Oh, okay. And I baited with the Doomsday last turn because I felt like I couldn't I baited with Doomsday last turn because I didn't feel like I could beat I didn't feel like I could play Doomsday and then get into a pile and then convert that in a convenient manner. I'm gonna draw 8. 8 sounds like a nice, pleasant number to deal with. And then hopefully I can just overload from here. That was atrocious. Might still win though. But you know, when you cast these cards and you necro for 8, you kind of think that you're going to get a good smattering of different effects. So I guess I go Sapphire, Ritual, Ritual, Doomsday, DT. This depends on whether they've got a card in hand or not. Blue card in hand yet. Last turn they had Force of Will, Lurrus, and then no blue card. Force of Will, Lurrus, no blue card, 1 mystery card. But the no blue card was Merchant Scroll. What do you scroll for? Times like these. Ancestral's in the bin, Dig's in the bin. So they drew Emerald last turn. They drew Merchant this turn. They've got 3 mana left over. They're going to get a blue instant, they get Brain Freeze. How do we contend with that then? You've got a Brain Freeze and a Force of Will. So I can go Mox Sapphire. Ritual. Ritual. Ritual, DT for Fluster. Cast Doomsday, stack my deck. Exile my Necro. Exile a card with Necro. Opponent freezes me. I exile a card with Necro. Exile a card with Necro. Yeah, no, I think I'm fine. But just get Fluster Storm, right? No, I don't need Fluster Storm. I need to kill Lurrus. Ancestral Recall's a problem. No, it's not, they can't get it back. How does Brain Freeze doesn't kill me, right? I need to beat the Force of Will that's in their hand. So I DT using BB. I do get Fluster Storm. It's Fluster Storm, right? What do I get? Like a... I can get Force of Negation. Because I can hardcast that. Force of Negation to hand. Yeah, I like that a lot with my negation. It's in my graveyard. For fuck's sake. Do I just get Fluster Storm? Fluster Storm doesn't work though. Mind Break Trap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's my island? It's in my sideboard. Black Lotus doesn't work. I need to fight the Force of Will. I can just get Duress. Duress is also naturally in my graveyard. 7 minutes, okay. Oh god. If I can get the Duress with Necro. I need to resolve the Doomsday. So I should guess it Fluster Storm because I'm casting Doomsday now. Okay. And I go down to what? 4? So I can get, yeah, cool. I just get Fluster Storm. Right, sorry. I just get Fluster Storm. And then I cast Doomsday. And I can Fluster their Force of Will for 1 billion. I have a Necro in place, so I can't deck. I'm going to have 4 life points. So if they try and Brain Freeze me, I activate Necro. They Brain Freeze me, I activate Necro, I get my Thassa's Oracle. And no card, because the rest of it's gone from the first one. And then they have a go. I need to be so careful with this pile. Okay, I've let it go. Okay, so I need Thassa's Oracle. I'm going to be at 4. Activate once, you Brain Freeze me. Activate again, I'm at 2, I'm at 1. So I get 1 other card. So it just has to be another Fluster Storm. I cast Thassa's Oracle. You pitch cast Force of Will. I go Fluster Storm. You pay 3, Fluster Storm, you pay 4. So Thassa's Oracle, Fluster Storm, Fluster Storm. Thassa's Oracle, Fluster Storm. The rest of it doesn't matter, right? I'm at 4, I pay 1, I go to 3, you brain freeze me. I pay 1, I take my Thassa's Oracle. I pay 1, I take my Thoughtseize. That's 3 payments from 4, I'm at 1. So Thassa's Oracle, Flusterstorm, and then some cards that don't matter. Duress, land. None of these cards matter, right? I don't have the life of Force of Will. I will have the life. I won't have the life of Force of Will. Let's just take another land so that I don't get confused. Say done. Underground Sea, no, Duress, Sea, Lotus, Fluster, Thoracle. I pay a life. My Duress is in the wrong place. So if they brain freeze me over the top of this, I get to pay 2 more times, and that will be Thassa's Oracle, Flusterstorm. It will go to their turn. They'll have 5 mana open, and the option to draw another blue card. If they draw the other blue card, I'm going to cast Thassa's Oracle with Fluster behind. Opponent is also trying to piece all of this together. They let that happen. I pay a life again. I pay a life again. Opponents let all of those through. They've got Force of Will, Brain Freeze in hand. I get Thoracle, Fluster, Lotus to hand. They top deck a Sapphire, which doesn't do anything. So whilst the Duress is in the wrong place, the increased storm count here should help me. So cast Black Lotus. Oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah. I'm fine. Cast Black Lotus. Cast Thassa's Oracle. Storm count is 2. You Force of Will pitching Brain Freeze, obviously, for sure. And I would like to counter that unless you pay 3. I want to counter that unless you pay 4. You pay 4, I then fluster you again. You've got a Lurrus in hand. Fucking hell, that was some nonsense. Now opponent concedes. Gave us the GGs in chat. We finish off 43rd. The 5 and 3 record. Our top 8's got Ashar around one opponent, Etustar, Kobe, Nico Pretob, CC. Yeah, I like that top 8. Sprouts. That's 6 regs. Neko Nika. I recognise the name. I don't know the player. I don't know if I'm supposed to know these players. This was an event. Look at that. Karate Dom, Toast, Vegas Chaos, Blue Dragon, Matt, Jordan, Discoverin, Miharu, Misabi, Daphne, Amir, Eric. It's just banger after banger. Wade. I am actually level 1. Frosty, Demonic, Medvedev, Canister, Caleb. Yeah, this event was great. Slacks, Shatoon. There's just all the bangers. 5 and 3 is fine. Obviously, we wanted to top 8. Obviously, we wanted to go X and 2 for the set. 43rd gets us 10 treasure chests and 200 points. So better than a kick in the dick. Regretfully, the best match was the last match. I'll look back tomorrow and see how well I commentated, but it's very hard to commentate this deck. I like it. I prefer the preordains over the considers. I still think that's true. I'm not sure about my sideboard configuration, but I do like these one-offs in the deck. I think those are nice. Days I seem to be sideboarding out a lot, so maybe I just don't need to play it. Maybe that could be something else. A third fluster, another dig spell, a stock up, I don't know. But thanks for watching, thanks for sticking with it if you did. I'm going to bed.